Alright, well, what I've done is to, I did washes on both of these Snap-Tite kits that I built. They're for display. They're going to be hung in my model room here. So I didn't want to go too crazy nuts, like, you know, just getting involved with them, because they're just not, you know, super awesome kits. I mean, they were already pre-painted, and, you know, I just wanted to make them look dirty, because, in my opinion, Star Wars is dirty. So, this is the TIE Fighter, and I think it came out really pretty decent. I gave it one wash, and it has that dirty effect. At first I thought it was pretty dark, and now I kind of think it's perfect. I think it came out really good. I didn't do the window because I had on the smaller one I did, so I didn't want to do that. I didn't like it on the other one so much because it clouded the window. And this one I left it clear, and I think it came out really well. It was just one simple wash. Yeah, and I like it. So when I did the Imperial Shuttle, when I mixed the wash and then went to put it on, it came on a little dark, and darker than I wanted. I actually ran out my light gray that I had, so I couldn't use that. I tried to mix up some gray, and when I went to wash it for the very first time, it came on a little dark, and well, then I said, oh, well, I'll go with it, and this is kind of the effect I got. You can see this here. There's like the wing and the side of it there. As you can see, it's very dark, but like I said, Star Wars is dirty. I considered maybe trying to wash this off, but I don't know if the model will take it, you know, so much lacquer, you know, thinner on the plastic, because I did start to wash away some of the colors when I was doing it that were already on the model kit. So I don't know, I might just go with it and call this one a wash. You know, I don't know, maybe it was just a leftover, you know, piece of equipment that got really rusty or dirty. For the most part, it's alright, you know, I guess. You know, I'm going to display these, you know, in their flight positions, and actually I'm going to try and hang them, so I'm going to see if I can do that now, and we'll show that next. Alright, so I'm back here. It's been a little while since I made the first half of the video. I had a little trouble trying to hang these on the ceiling, but I did get them up there. So there's the Imperial Shuttle. I don't know if you can see kind of what I did there, but it's hung. Basically I had a lot of Star Trek stuff going on, and I wanted some Star Wars stuff mixed in. That's why these are going to be hung from the ceiling, and you know, my Trek stuff there is on display. So that's basically it. I'm going to get the Millennium Falcon, and it's going to go there pretty much. I have it down here. I'm gonna wash that as well, and then I'm gonna hang it up there. So I get that done, and I'll throw that on this video too. Alright, I put a wash on the Millennium Falcon, and I just thought I'd show that before I hung it up, because then, you know, you probably won't see the top. So you can can see how this works really well. It just, you know, brings it to life. And basically just kind of sinks into everything, and you know, kind of really brings it to life. The paint really still isn't dry yet. I tried to do the effect here in the back of the exhaust ports that I see in a lot of different models. Get it a little darker back there. I think that came out okay. I don't know if I don't know how much I care for that. It doesn't, I don't know if it blends well, but for the most part, yeah, you can see that it's a wash in some areas, and I think it came out alright. I tried to darken up some of the side parts on the side so they'd stand out a little bit more after the wash. I did that. So I don't know. Like I said, it's a snap tight kit. I did it for display purposes. It's going to be hung on the ceiling, you know. I have the other Millennium Falcon kit. This I darkened up because it was just far too blue for me. And basically, the more important part here is the bottom, because that's really what I'm going to be seeing, because it's going to be hung up. And I think this wash came out pretty good. There's only one real spot where I think it kind of got away from me, and that was probably right there. Things started to darken up on me a little bit, and but that's alright. I think for the most part it came out pretty good. So I'll get it hung up, and you know, again, this is a good way to bring life to a kind of a cheap model. And if you're not the experienced modeler, like, you know, I'm probably fair experienced, I guess. You know, I'm not really the high end of experience and stuff, so you know, this is good for me to learn how to get a wash down. I used enamels, I used enamel paints. I know you can do this with like pigments, oil-based paints, and acrylics too as well, but I really always used enamels, so I'm really partial to enamel, and it's what I've always gone with. So I'd like to get into some pigments and stuff like that. I'd like to try a couple of military models and see how I work with that, but for right now, this is what I work with. So I'll get this hung up, and we'll check out, I'll add that to the video, and we'll wrap it up. Alright, I thought I'd add this too. I thought I'd show how I'm basically hanging this up, and what I'm doing is I'm taking the pin vise and I'm drilling a small hole in the model, and then I'm using fishing line, this stuff here, which from far away is pretty see-through, so you can't really tell it's there. So the model will appear to have, you know, a floating effect. So basically I'm gonna take my pin vise and cut in a small hole into the model. Now, I wouldn't suggest this if you were really partial to the model, because you're putting a hole in your model. So, you know, this model was inexpensive. It's a snap tight kit, and you know, for the purposes I want to use it for, I'm okay with this. So if you're okay with this, this is a way to display the model for you. So drill a couple small holes. I'm going to take my fishing line, which is just some basic fishing line, and I'm going to string that through here. And basically that's going to hang my model right from the ceiling. Alright, well, there we have it. The Millennium Falcon all hung up on the ceiling. Looks really cool. Pretty cool. We got the TIE Fighter in the background, the Imperial Shuttle over here. Oddly enough, the Imperial Shuttle and the Millennium Falcon were probably more in scale with each other than the TIE Fighter, and yet the Imperial Shuttle looks very large. Not sure about that scaling there, or size comparison, but there we have it. They're all hung up on the ceiling. Let's take one last look. There's the shuttle. In the back there's the TIE Fighter. And then up there is the Millennium Falcon. So they serve their purpose. They're on the they're in display there. I noticed something when I was panning around. Is I know what you're saying is probably a lot of you are saying, oh, this guy, he's a new movie Trek fan. I've been a Trek fan since I was a kid, and the fact that I like the new movie was just because I like anything Star Trek. I do like the new movie. I thought it was pretty neat. The reinvention of the ship, didn't bother me so much. I thought it could be explained by the fact that maybe some of the people had perished away in the explosion there, in the fight in the beginning on the other ship there. Anyway, I don't want to get a big Star Trek new movie rant, but here's the model bench, and we'll be moving on with getting right back into the F-14. So I'll be clearing all this away from my mess of hanging up my ship, and we'll be getting more to work on my F-14. Haven't got back to that, but I'll be getting back to that now that everything is clear and out of the way. Be doing that. I want to jump into a bunch of other stuff, so check back, and we'll be doing more coming up in the future. So definitely check back, and I'll have more for you.